What's happening, guys? Best NHL clips here, back with episode number 16 of our Be a GM series for the Edmonton Oilers. And today we're going to be going all the way up to the trade deadline. We are currently second in the Pacific Division. And first off, before we get started, I just want to touch up a couple of situations there going on before we start simulating. So first off, I would just like to say, was our first overall pick from LA a bad trade for Blake Clark? A lot of you were commenting that it was, and I'd just like to show you they're right there with us. Like I said last episode, that pick that they had for the first overall pick from McDavid, that was a pick they acquired in a trade for some other situation there. They weren't actually a bad team that year, and that's the reason why I was willing to trade away that pick, just because I don't think they're going to be a bad team this year, especially not with the players they have. Alright, next off, I just want to go ahead and show you some changes I made to our trade block. If we go to the trade block here, we're still wanting current and future first. We're still looking for that elite goaltender, but I'm also searching for any forward who's not too old, of course. I want them to be 30 years older or younger. 31, 32 maybe is the oldest I'd go, but with that 5-star shooting category. So here's the options for that one, and Nobels right here. We will get to that in a minute. Alright, so we're going to be going and picking him up in free agency, because I noticed that when I was searching for those players, and yeah, he's definitely worth going and signing. And then also we're looking for forwards with a defensive category of 5 stars and a face-off rating of 80 to 99. And here's that, and this is for our Toews trade. We need somebody who's going to be a dedicated second-line center behind Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, and he also needs to be a PK specialist. So hopefully we can pick up 2 players in a trade together for Toews, and have that second-line sniper with that second-line perfect centerman there. So I mean, start commenting away right now, and based on the stats and all that stuff that I'm going to show you later in the video, start commenting, 2 players we should trade in return for Toews. You know what? Because we're going to be trading away Toews regardless, and I want 2 players back for him, and at least 2 dedicated second liners, because we got Yakupov and Eberle and Nuge as our first line set in stone. So there we go. Alright, change nothing there, and I did add Toews to our trade block, so maybe they'll send us some trades based on our trade block. So next off, let's go into free agency here real quick. Where is it? There it is. I just want to sign Nubbles. Sorry if I'm not pronouncing that right. Correct me if I'm wrong. Tell me how to say it properly. But the reason I want to pick up him is because he's 23 years old, and yeah, he doesn't look like he's going to progress that well, but he looks like he could be a stud of a third-line sniper once he reaches his full potential. I mean, look at that shot already. Oh, that's wicked. So I'm just going to give him a little 2-way deal there. So we'll get him down in the minors. And one second, I just want to check something real quick, because I have heard a lot about Spalling. I want to see if it's the same Spalling I was seeing earlier on. No? Okay, sorry. My mind's playing tricks on me. But, alright. No, it's Dylan Sprong. That's what I'm thinking of. He becomes a wicked sniper later on in GM modes. I don't know why. He progresses really well. He's like a Julius Honka type player. And, yeah, there we go. So last thing I want to do quickly before we start simulating up to the deadline here is show you the line changes we made. At the end of the last video, I asked what line changes we should make, and I've completely overhauled the line changes. I've completely made our lines 100% different just because we weren't doing what I wanted us to. Our PK, horrible. Our power play, horrible. Goals for per game, horrible. The only good thing was our goals against was second in the NHL. So I've moved Nuge back up to the first line there, because he can still progress. He can still get better. But Toews has reached his peak, so I'm okay having him on that second line, and I don't think it's gonna ruin him at all. And maybe he'll help boost Barcheesi down there. And then we got Kuznetsov still playing his position. But I'm also thinking maybe we could switch up Kuznetsov and Tarasenko, but I don't know. I want Gagne and Tarasenko to play together, so I think I'm going to leave it like this. And then I just switched up Raymond, put him on the third line, and moved Davies down to the fourth. So on defense, I didn't change anything here, but you're going to see in the power play, I've decided to make our first line our power play line as well, because that's what it was last year, and it worked really well. And Davies is that completely offensive player, that offensive defenseman that we use as a forward because his shot is wicked. So we're going to have him playing on the first line power play, see how that does. Basically just because the puck's not really supposed to be in our end at that time. And then we got Tarasenko, Barcheesy, our two other snipers with Toews. Alright, and then we put Ekholm, up there because he has that slap shot power that you really need when you're on the power play there. So that's our power play, and then I basically set it up the same with our two top centers and our two top snipers with the same defensive pairs on our 4-on-4 power plays. For the PK, I decided to put Toews and the Nuge on a line together because they're two best defensive players, and Toews' faceoffs is 95, so we should never lose. And then our other two best defensive players are also centermans, so all centermans, but Moore has 83 faceoffs, and these two are on the second line PK just because they're really consistent the whole way through with their defensive categories. They're really nice. Then we got the defensive duo up top, and Schultz and Hamilton are next best defensemen for the defensive categories. Sorry about that. So then, yeah, I went with Toews and Moore here just because Nuge, he's a centerman, yeah, but Moore's defensive stats all around are better, especially with the 83 faceoffs. Nuge's are like 77 or something like that, so it's better off to have Moore there, but I can always switch her up in the future. And then there we go. 4-on-4 lines look something like this. We still got our extra attackers the same. I want Nuge out there. Our goalies are the same, and shootout lineups are the same. So we'll see how this works. We'll go month by month. We'll see if we're slowly getting better or anything like that. I remember we were pretty shitty before. We had like a 9-something, what was it, 9-something power play percentage. So hopefully this helps, and hopefully we see a big progression in fuck, why can't I even talk? The way our team's playing. Sorry, there we go. There we go. We got Nobels down in the minors. That's sweet. So he is definitely going to be a super stud. I hope he'll be one of those players who progresses really well and, you know, just gets that offense category rocking. And we can use him as a future power play person there. So we just went on a little 2-game winning streak, and then it came to an end there. But I still want to look for goalies. I'm still dead set on drafting a goalie. I would like to trade for an elite goalie, but you know what? I kind of want to draft an elite goalie just because I think it would be wicked to have brought somebody all the way up ourselves, raised him as our own, and he could become like a name for the franchise, right? So let's see if any of these goalies are going top overall. He's going first round, nothing special there. There hasn't been really any great goalies so far. Jeez. Alright, you know what? You have one guy to watch. He better be fully scouted by the time we get back. So, there we go. Alright, let's go to the end of this month. Then we'll check the stats real quick. See if anything has gotten better or worse. And then we can keep on simulating. Like I said, I want to get all the way up to the trade deadline. And I'll show you the stats throughout the entire season. That way you guys can decide who are we trading for Taylor Hall. Like I said, I want that perfect full-on defensive centerman with great face-offs for the second line at a high overall, who's also an all-around player. Oh, we're killing them now. And I also want a wicked, you know, a wicked shot to play alongside him. If we can snag 2 of those for just Toews, I would be up for that. But we could also use it to upgrade a goalie or, you know, upgrade defensemen or anything like that. But I don't know. Our defensive category seems to be doing alright. It's the offensive category that seems to lack. And the PK, especially every year the PK. So I want that defensive player. But there we go. We have a trade here. Wickstrand and a second for that first? Seriously? You're going to trade me your first for Wickstrand? Alright, the 7th round pick. He doesn't get any better. I know he doesn't. And wow. And our second for that first, I will take it. There we go. Thank you, Washington Capitals. That was a surprise trade. I like that. I'll definitely take that. And you know what? We weren't going to probably use Wickstrand anyways. So, anyways, yep, there we go. Alright, so we are actually starting to play a lot better this month, at least so far. So hopefully those line changes I made are really, where it's at. But, yeah, like I said, I want to get 2 players for Toews, and really, get a crap ton of depth on this team. So, come on. There we go. Oh, yeah, we are really coming out of our shell this month. And sorry about my voice being all nasally still. I am actually still sick. I have a really bad chest cold still. It was a head cold and it turned into a chest cold. Now I just sound ridiculous. So, alright. You know what? Let's see. This month, we had a really good month. We were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 and 2. That is awesome. Alright, Ben Bishop is up there for second in the NHL with save percentage and goals against average. So like I said, defensively, Ben Bishop's just, I don't even see why we should need to go for a new goalie. That's why I want to draft one, raise him as our own. And I think that would be better than trading away Ben Bishop. He's a stud. So we got nobody up there for points, but Cody Hodgson, he's a sniper I was looking at, and Tyler Seguin is also a centerman I was looking at, and Scheifele too, but you know what, Scheifele's only 85 overall right now, so we'll see about that. Anybody up there? There we go, Toews is up there for assists, and nobody's up there just quite yet for goals, but make sure to keep looking at those players. Tell me what you think, if we should trade for any of them, when we're trading away Toews and stuff like that. But yeah, alright, there we go. Let's just check our stats real quick here. I want to see if anything got better. Oh, not player stats. Here we go. Team standings. Alright, second in the NHL. That is more like it. Goals for per game has came up by almost half a goal a game. So by .50 per game. So that's huge. Goals against per game, first in the NHL, below 2. That has came up a whole 6%. That is huge. It's still not great, but that's a hell of a lot better than it was before. And our PK has actually gotten better as well. So, you know what? Everything's gotten better since we made those line changes. So that's what I'm looking for. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, so you know what? We're just going to go all the way up to the trade deadline here. I will stop the simulation if anything goes, horribly wrong. But as far as stuff goes right now, I'm liking it. We're definitely bouncing back the way I wanted us to. And we're on road. I want to be a President's winning team again this year. No questions about it. 3 years in a row, it's what I expect. With this team I've pieced together, oh, it's definitely what I expect. But, I mean, I don't know, I'm almost thinking we should trade away Toews at the draft. Hold him, keep him for the playoff run. Because we are going to be a playoff team. I'm almost positive. If we're not, that's going to be a huge surprise. But keep him for the playoff run. See if his amazing player status, really brings a vibe to the team that gets us to the Cup Finals this year, rather than getting beaten out in the Western Conference Final. And maybe he can help, and we'll trade him at the draft or trade him in the offseason, when we need to free up some cap. It's all options, It's all things we can do. It's all up for grabs. We can trade them at the deadline if there's any, if you think it'll be better for our playoff run, or we can trade them after the playoffs once we've had our playoff run. It's gonna be different. Everybody's gonna have their own opinion, but I'll try and I will look at all your comments, and I'll find one that I really like. Some of you have some great ideas, so I'm sure you guys will think of something. Alright, you're looking like a top 10, eh? But, oh my god, you look like look at that potential, that looks brutal. Alright, who else can we look at here? Who else is, there's another first rounder there. Okay, you're supposed to be a top 10, alright, let's scout you. He should get his full scouting knowledge in on him, and we'll continue up to the deadline here. So, 1 second while this is going, I'm just going to take a sip of a drink here. My throat's feeling a little bit dry. And if you haven't noticed the boosted quality in my audio, oh, baby, I finally got myself a blue snowball. And I'm definitely loving it. It's so nice. It is so nice. I'm sure my voice sounds so much better. It was an expensive purchase, but it's well worth it because I also got myself a new desktop. And yeah, no, I've just completely overhauled my entire gaming PC master race, you know, kind of system there. And yeah, it's a huge upgrade. I'm still getting used to things, still downloading things, and I'm in love right now. I'm in heaven right now. But there we go, Toews and the Nuge and Yakupov are lighting it up just the way I wanted. So I mean, like I said, if Toews is putting up this many points on the second line, he might be worth, you know, keeping for that playoff run. But let me know, boys. And 1 second, I'm just going to take a sip real quick. Alright, there we go. And, you know, 34 and 18, we're 16 games above 500 right now. And that is... We ended 20 games above 500 last season, and this is where I want to be. That's a lot better than the 2 games above 500 we were when we ended off our last episode there. So, come on. Oh, no, we're starting to get some losses now. I spoke too soon. Come on, boys. Come back with a couple of big wins. Here we go. Come on, New York Rangers. There we go. We should be able to beat them. Come on. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Philly. Come on. And the simulations, there we go. A little bit slow when you have your trade block up. But you know what? It worked out in our favor. I mean, that trade Washington sent us, we can also check where their pick's going to be because, you know, we might have snagged a good pick if they have an off season, right? So, we got it for practically nothing too. Come on. Come back with a win against San Jose in the home-at-home series here. Come on. Oh, yeah, we should be able to take these guys. Let's see it, boys. Let's see it. And, oh my god, overtime loss. They sweep us at the home-at-home, but whatever. Alright, we're getting up close to the trade deadline here, and Toews already has 40 assists. He's looking like he has a chance at, you know, a 55 assist kind of season, which would be perfect. Hopefully the Nuge is playing up to par there as well. I'm expecting big things out of him. 24 goals, you know, 25, he's going to be a 30 goal scorer for sure. I would love to see it hit 40 one of these times. But you know what? 30 goals is perfect. So let's see how that goalie did as far as scouting went there. 6 weeks. We can scout this other first liner after. I just want to see. Alright, he's looking like he's going to be alright. Keep going here. Keep going. He's looking not as good. Alright, here we go. Lots of top 10 goalies to look at. Hopefully one of them is a stud. Instead of drafting one, it might just be better to trade for one after we know, you know, what they're like. But last 2 games here. New Jersey, come on, New Jersey, baby. We can take them. Oh, there we go, boys. And stop the simulation. We'll slow sim this last game before the deadline here. So, come on, boys. Sim game, yep. There we go. And come on, first period. Alright, up 2-1. Kuznetsov and Johnson at a boy. And, 2-2. Alright, come on, boys. Come on. Who's going to step up? Yakupov, get a goal, buddy. Get a goal. PK, come on. No, Cooch. Coochie, baby. Kucherov. He scores in the last, like, 5 minutes of play to 6 minutes play there to ruin our hopes. Damn it. Alright, so our final record going into the trade deadline, we have 40 wins on the season already. So I expect a 50-win season this year. You know, way better than I expected. Bishop is playing stellar. Look at that. As far as points, do we have anybody up there? No, nobody's really a point per game player on our team. Oh, actually, the Nuge. There he is, boys. The Nuge. Oh man, that's what I'm looking for. 59 points in what? 59, 60 games. There should be about 62 games played here. So, trade block. There we go. I'm just gonna keep it the same when we go into the trade deadline. You guys let me know if we should make any trades whatsoever. But yeah, let's check this real quick. Anybody up there? Yakupov is 2 goals out of being out of the top 8 goal scorers there. And Toews has 43 assists, so he's up there, and Nuge has 41. So I mean, that's looking sweet. Scheifele is having a sweet season. Look at that. Oh, buddy. Look at, I can show you Scheifele's trade value real quick too. Let's go to the trade block here. He was one of the players I was looking at. Where is he? Where is he? Scheifele, there we go. Look at that trade value. Holy crap. Imagine trading for Scheifele and, you know, who else is on Winnipeg? Scheifele and somebody else for Toews. I mean, they don't really have any super studs for the second line, but I mean, we could pick ourselves up like, you know, I don't know, Andrew Ladd. No, I don't really like power forwards in this game, but Scheifele is somebody who we could go for sure. And yeah, no, I'll show you the stats here real quick. And then, yeah, just give me your input on what you think we should do. Pause the video right now real quick. Leave a like, please. I love doing these. I put so much effort into these. I have a notepad in front of me every time I talk just because I'm so into this. And I really appreciate when you guys like it. So, here we go. Nuge is almost point per game player on the first line there, so that's good. He started off on the second line, so that's expected. Taylor Hall, or you ain't Taylor Hall, baby. We traded Taylor Hall away. Jonathan Toews, almost point per game on the second line. Everly, almost point per game. Yak Attack is not having, you know, the point per game kind of season, but he's having, you know, the 35 goal kind of season. So I like that. Barcheesi on the second line there. He looks like he's going to get a 50-point season, so that's good. That's what I mean. We have him on the fourth line. He has 23 points already. That is crazy. But he's also playing on the power play. How many power play goals does he have? He has 4 power play goals. So that explains that. But here we go. We'll just go down. We'll go down here. See what everybody else is doing. Everybody looks like they've really started to come around. So that's what I was looking for. Here we go. We'll go over to the goalies. Dubnyk. Whoever said Dubnyk sucks, he's put up fucking unreal stats. So I mean, he's been the definition of a perfect backup goalie. 2 shutouts, 93 save percentage with a 1.80 GAA. Oh baby. All right, yeah. No. He's a stud. All right, so there you go, boys. There's our stats. We'll go to the team stats real quick, show you that, and then we'll end off this episode. And here we go. Goals for per game. That came up a lot. It's not as high as I wanted it to be, but you know what? It's perfect still. I like it. Goals against per game, hovering around 2 there. I like that. Power play came up a lot. You know what? They're not perfect, but that PK, that is what we have been trying to work on all 3 years. That is what we have been trying to work on. Jesus, for the first time in the 3 years in the history of the Edmonton Oilers, with GM clips behind the board there, they finally have a top 3 PK in the NHL. That is a nice feeling. So, you know what? We're in a great position right now. Let me know what we should do trade-wise. Let me know who we should pick up. Should we make any more line changes? I think the lines are pretty good where they're at. But anyways, like I said, leave a like if you oh my. But like I said, leave a like if you enjoyed. And anyways, I hope you guys but like I said, leave a like if you enjoyed. I hope the quality on my audio is a lot better than it ever used to be. So maybe that deserves a like. I don't know. I love it when you like it. But I'll see you guys in the next episode, and have a great day, you sexy studs.